Hey guys, how you doing? Back once again with another video, and today we're going to be doing the Terminator 2 Judgment Day T-1000 figure comparison between the Mafex version and the Neca version. I do have the McFarlane one here as well, just to give some extra comparison, but it's mainly going to be between the Mafex and Neca version. So yeah, T-1000 from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, arguably the best uh, action villain of all time, or at least the one of the best ones ever. From obviously the one of the best action films of all time, certainly my favourite. So let's start with the. So let's look at the paint job and the detail between the two figures first of all. So start with the Mafex version, and yeah, start with the head sculpt. Really nicely painted. Really good detail. Very good likeness of Nick Patrick, the actor. Yeah, it's very good. It's got the very distinctive look. It's got the eyes, the those pointy little ears that he's got. He's got the hair. Yeah, it's a pretty good head sculpt on the Mafex one, and again, that's nicely painted. The body is a nice paint job. It's a dark shade of a blue for the police uniform, and the detail's pretty good on the Mafex one. We've got the Austin name tag and the police badge on there. It's pretty good detail. And then we've got the white shirt or white vest underneath. I think it's just like a white t-shirt, or it might be a white vest, I'm not sure. We've got that there. The arms, not much detail on the arms, just painted. And then again, coming down to the body, the detail on the belt, you've got the gun holster, detail on the belt, and then you've got the walkie-talkie that's non-removable, it's attached to the belt, and you've got the torch attached to the belt as well, which is really nicely detailed. I've noticed that the Neca one doesn't have the torch. It has the walkie-talkie on the belt, but it doesn't have the torch. So Mafex definitely added the better detail when it comes to that. They were certainly paying attention to the detail. They were certainly watching the movie enough times to get that right. So they've done a pretty good job getting that right. The trousers are just straight up painted. There's not really much detail going on, and again the boots are just painted black, so pretty good. The Neca one, the head sculpt, as you would expect, from Neca, they was do pretty good head sculpts. It's nicely painted, nice detail. Got the hair going on. I'm not sure if they've got the ears right. I think the Mafex may have the better ears on that. It's sort of like not pointing out that much as well as the neck. It is sort of go outwards, don't they? Also, I think the suit is kind of darkish, and it maybe just looks that on camera, maybe. But it is supposed to be sort of a lot dark purple, dark blue, I should say, not purple. But it's kind of like going towards sort of dark blackish. Well, at least it looks blackish, but it is supposed to be dark blue. But yeah, coming down to the chest, yeah, it's a nice dark shade. I said I don't know if it's too dark. It might be right, but I'm not too sure. May just look that up like too dark on camera. And then we've also got the same details, the Mafex one with the detail on the name badge or name tag, and then the badge on the other side. I was just seeing though, because the Austin name is sort of not really. You can see it says Austin, but it's sort of like a bit. Yeah, sort of got sort of a. Yeah, it's not very clear as the one on the Mafex is very clear. It's kind of just sort of, yeah, sort of like, seems like it's almost like scratched on. It's not really that clear, or at least it's not on there. I did notice you've got the pen, top of the pen, I believe it's sticking out of the pocket there, I think. Yeah, don't think the Mafex has got that, or has it, but you just can't really see it. Yeah, they may have not got that right. Yeah, so maybe the Neca's got that better with the detail with the pens sticking out. But yeah, that's pretty good. Got some detail on the pockets with the buttons. Some pretty good detail there from Neca, although the name badge is not very clear. But there you go. The arms just painted, obviously. Just painted. There's not really much detail going on there. The belt, as I said, they've got the detail on the belt, although they've got the walkie-talkie, but they haven't got the flashlight, the torch attached, which I've noticed. So Neca hasn't got all the bits. There's finer detail to the belt, and you would have thought Neca would have, because the quality of Neca usually quite good in terms of detail. But yeah, they haven't got a torch on that. I don't know if anyone's actually noticed that, but the Neca one doesn't have a flashlight on it, but the Mafex one does. So I'll just point that out. And then obviously the trousers are just straight up painted. Again with the boots. So yeah, when it comes to the detail, I'll just show you quickly the Mafex one. Even though that's not in the comparison, I just thought I'd put it to show you the comparison with the others. The McFarlane one is it's not too bad of a figure, to be honest. The paint job is okay. I think it's got that dark shade of a blue. And that the detail on it, it's all right on the McFarlane one. So the movie Maniacs version, it's all right. It's not bad. Paint job and detail on the McFarlane one. It isn't a bad effort. So I think maybe the paint job. I don't know if the Mafex one may be too blue. Maybe the Neca one might be more accurate. I don't know, because I always think the black looks better than the dark blue. But yeah, I think maybe the Neca one better painted in terms of more accurate to the film. But I think the detail has to go with the Mafex one, because they added the flashlight on the belt where Neca didn't. And the name tag on the Mafex one seems clearer. We can clearly see it says Austin, or the one at Neca's a bit faded. Yeah, so I think the detail definitely with the Mafex one. Going on to the articulation. The articulation is pretty good on the Mafex one. It's really good movement. You can get them into all sorts of positions and poses. Yeah, it's pretty good. You can just get them arms quite length, stretch them out lengthways, bend them in all sorts of ways. The body is too it's a double joints in the body, so that's two pieces, so you can get movements on that. It's quite good movement on the head. The legs is pretty good movement. I think there's sometimes restriction with the body, but yeah, it's pretty good. The one on the Neca is very, very stiff. Yeah, it's, I mean, you know, with these Neca figures, sometimes the articulation is not the greatest. It's very, very stiff in places. And yeah, as I said, there's restrictions, a lot of the figures to that, especially with their legs and stuff. But you know, you can get good poses with them, with the arms and stuff. But I think the articulation has to go with the Mafex, because I think, you know, you could just, there's just so much more in terms of, you know, positions and displaying it. Whereas Neca one is just like a lot of restrictions where you can pose, very limited. But you know, it's still pretty good. I think Mafex, in terms of better articulation, has it. The accessories. Now I don't have all the Neca accessories. Oh yeah, I'll just show you that with the Neca ones, there's various versions. Although I've got about 6 different Neca versions, but these two are the main cop suits versions. I've got ones frozen silver, and the one where you've got the motorcycle helmet on. But these are the main ones that match up to the Mafex. I guess you could call it basic cop version. And then obviously that's the standard normal cop version, and then obviously this is the ultimate, where you can have it either as the normal version or as I've got it displayed in a sort of damaged or transformation, where he's turned his hands into hooks, and then obviously that bit where he gets shot in the head, and his head's split open, and then obviously got shot in the chest to top it off. But yeah, those are the two versions. So when I'm doing it that, but you know, it is the same figure part. I just thought I'd show you the other position. Yeah, so I haven't got all the accessories here, but I think the accessories quite similar. Here's the Mafex damaged body that you get with it, with the bullet holes in there. And yeah, so you can either have it as normal or the damaged version. I think I am going to go with the it being normal, because I've got a couple that are damaged on display already, and I'm trying to mix them up. I don't want them all displayed, because I've now got 7 T-1000 figures. I want them looking all different, you know. Or I'm trying to get them so they're not all looking the same and in different poses. I really don't want to have the figures looking the same if I can help it, and trying to get them captures different looks from the films. You know, there's so many different looks when he gets shot in the head. There's a hole in the head scene. When he gets shot in the head, then when he gets hooks for hands, then when he's pointing the finger. You know, there's so many different looks. And then when you see him when he's silver, then you see him when he's frozen, and yeah, there's so many different looks. So you can, you know, try and catch all the different looks from the film. But yeah, that's the alternative body anyway, rather than that. But quite similar to the Neca one, and also the hole in the head that you get with the Mafex, similar to the Neca one as well. And then the split head open, quite similar to the Neca one as well. And then you get the hooks for hands as well, just like you do with the Neca one. You get the pointy finger, and then one of the pointy fingers, or I'll just call it a pointy finger. Obviously, he turns his finger into a metal blade, obviously to inflict damage. Yeah, so you pretty much get the same kind of accessories with a Neca one as you do with a Mafex. So accessories is about, when you come to match them up with each other, they're kind of the same, really. There's not something where it's something, although you do get the extra pole where he uses to stab Arnie in the chest with during the final battle scene. Obviously, he gets that pole and stabs it straight through the Terminator, and obviously he's terminated, but only briefly to come back. But he stabs it straight through, and obviously Terminator gets terminated. You think he's dead, but obviously comes back. Uses alternative power to come back. But yeah, you do get that as well, which you don't get with the Neca one. So that's sort of like a bonus thing. So you can actually display him with that. And actually probably can recreate the scene where he's stabbing Arnie in the chest and recreating that scene. So yeah, in terms of that, it's pretty much the same when it comes to accessories. Can't think of what else. Could have done the boxes, but I haven't got the Neca box here. The Mafex one is quite a simple box, but you do get a nice image of Nick Patrick as T-1000 on the inside, which is quite a nice image. And then on the back you get the contents and stuff, and a couple of images of what the figure looks like. And the neck one is usually quite a good box. So probably in terms of boxing packaging, the neck one is probably better, because they're usually quite good boxes, even if the figure doesn't sometimes live up to the standards. The boxes are usually pretty good with a Neca. So probably Neca with the boxes. So let's see, where are we with this? Oh yeah, and the other thing is you get with what's good about the McFarlane one, you also get this piece, where obviously at the end of the scene where Terminator shoots T-1000 in the chest and he explodes, and then this happens as a result of the explosion. Shoots him in the chest with the grenade launcher, he explodes, and then he ends up like that. So you can change that on the McFarlane one. So you can change that body so it has that. So that's pretty cool. So you can actually have that on display looking like that, which is a pretty awesome thing to do. Unfortunately, with this, it's a bit heavy on the figure, so that sort of kind of makes it topple over. Unfortunately, don't have that on display like that. But if it was possible to get that to stand up with that on, yeah, definitely would. But it's a pretty good thing with it, because you don't get that with the Neca or Mafex one. So the McFarlane's pretty good, because it's got that, and it's the only figure that does have that. So Neca is better with packaging. Paint job, I'd say maybe the Neca, but I think in terms of like likeness, I think the Mafex one's better, because you can just see clearly it has the ears and the better eyes and stuff. Yeah, it just looks better. So paint job for Neca, detail on the Mafex. I think the articulation certainly would go with the Mafex. Accessories, Mafex has got the extra things, so it would be the Mafex. Yeah, I think Mafex is slightly better. I think it just has the edge. Certainly got the lightness down more. Certainly with this Neca version. I'm not sure if this Neca version, the standard cop version, might be a knockoff, but I'm not too sure, because it doesn't really look like him. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with the Mafex being the better when it comes to comparing them. because as I said, it just looks, the lightness looks better, the articulation is better. It's got the bonus little accessory, and then you've got the option of having the gun in the holster or out of the holster and it being empty, and then they've got the detail with the torch on the belt, which Neca doesn't have. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Mafex overall being better, but Neca still has some good stuff being better than the Mafex. But yeah, the Mafex is better. I think the height goes to Neca as well. It's slightly bigger than the Mafex. So you know, if you're looking for a sort of figure that's particular size, like 7-inch scale or whatever, and sometimes I think the problem with Mafex is they're too sort of short. I quite like the figures of Mafex. I think they're some really nice figures. Very expensive. I think they're at the price point in terms of what's better cost. Neca certainly has better cost because obviously their figures are like between £35 and £45, whereas Mafex is really expensive, like 80, 90, 100, well, over £100, which are quite expensive. But you know, you're getting what you pay for. You know, really good quality figure. But if you you know, if you hold out on eBay, the price will drop down for these Mafex figures, and sometimes, you know, I've been able to get these Mafex figures that have been like over £100, you know, for like 80. I think I even got one for like 65 one time, you know. So if you hold out, you can get them for a lot cheaper than the usual price. And obviously, you've got the option of paying on Klarna, which you can either pay in instalments or you can pay in 30 days. Is another option. So if you haven't got the cash, you can pay like next month, or just pay in 3 instalments. It always helps. I've been doing that quite a while now. And then you just pay when you've got the cash. You know, so that's always another option, doing that. But yeah, I think the Mafex has got the edge on this. But you know, in terms of variety, Neca has got the more options because, you know, we've got 2 versions here, and there's the other version. There's this version here that I've got, which is the cop, but with a helmet on, and then there's another 3 other versions. So in terms of that, you know, you've got more variety, but you know, it's more figures though, isn't it? Mafex has got the 2 in 1. Yeah, so guys, I think that's going to be it for this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe for the channel for more vids. I'll see you guys next video. Take care. Bye for now. See you soon.